The Obama's promise of change isn't just appealing to Earthlings, but it's also
aliens, not as in south of the border. We're talking straight up.
Aliens come from all directions.
Other worlds.
Specifically, we're talking about extraterrestrial.
Okay.
Not illegal immigrants.
Okay.
According to ET researcher Dr. Bruce Goldberg, there is far more potential for alien contact on Earth now that we have an open and optimistic Obama administration at the helm. So this is a good thing for contact for life from other planets.
The aliens dig it.
The positive government shift will make aliens more open to approaching Earthlings because, as Dr. Goldberg says, the Bush administration would have lined up machine guns in front of UFOs, and Obama will not do that. He's alien-friendly.
I didn't know Bush had a problem with aliens.
Joining us on the 590 Newsline
We've got him.
Is Dr. Bruce Goldberg. Good morning, and thank you for being on the Todd and Don Show.
Good morning. I'm here in Los Angeles, and I'm not the Hollywood type, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well,
and just as another comment, the extraterrestrials we're talking about are also illegal aliens, but a different kind.
Exactly.
Okay, explain that.
Exactly. What are you talking about? Try to translate this. What do you mean?
Okay, this is for the past 35 years. I've been using hypnosis to take people into, for example, time travel, past life. CBS Television did a movie, The Search for Grace, documenting one of my documented cases of a past life regression. So I've been doing this for a long time. And, of course, when you do this field, I get people who claim to have ET abductions by extraterrestrials, which I've been working with for many, many years. And my most recent case is a woman who was abducted on Christmas Day just a month ago, and she was taken aboard a craft, and she was interrogated, so to speak, I shouldn't say interrogated, she was communicated with by these extraterrestrials who also were what we call time travelers, and they can perceive into our future. And they informed her, and I've had other cases like this, that because of the new administration, the ETs themselves feel a lot more comfortable in assisting us in our own growth today as a planet, rather than existed when Bush was president.
And what about his presidency that made the aliens uncomfortable exactly?
Well, understand, the aliens, they have far more sophisticated technologies than we. They can also communicate with us telepathically, which means they can read our minds, so you can't lie to them and get away with it.
Right.
And what they observed, and this is not a shock to the American population, they observed the compromise on civil rights, they observed the illegal wiretapping, the torture, all this kind of stuff really just said, hey, look, you guys aren't ready for anything.
Right.
And now they feel that with a change and a much more open attitude, that we're a lot more receptive, and they just are not as turned off as they were over the past 8 years.
Even though we're only 3 days into his term.
Oh, yeah, look, that doesn't mean you're going to have somebody coming into the UN. You're not going to have a gray coming into the UN or CNN or anything like that. No, the men in black would take him out anyway. But what they're doing is they communicate with us. You see, what they can do is they can assist us. Look, all governments have a communication with extraterrestrials. They're not going to broadcast it. Where do you think we get our technology?
Yeah.
Our species has not changed in the last, let's say conservatively, 250,000 years. So why don't we have cell phones and satellite dishes and moon landings a couple of thousand years ago? Why now? All of our advances in technology coincidentally exist after we have UFO sightings. The Roswell sighting in 47, you go all the way back in history, and every time there's a UFO massive sighting, we have a spurt or a spike in our technology. There's no coincidence behind that.
Okay.
I document this, by the way, in my most recent book called Egypt, an Extraterrestrial and Time Traveler Experiment, and I would like your listeners to not just read that book, but if they order it through my site, I'll give them a free CD, which is titled Future Life Progression, so they can confirm my research and not just take my word for it. They can actually experience their own form of time travel by going into the future and perceiving what's going to happen over the next 4 years or 8 or 10 or 12, especially with the concept of people right now are scared out of their kazoo because of the 2012 issue with the Mayan calendar.
Right. We're talking with Dr. Bruce Goldberg. The website is drbrucegoldberg.com. That's how you can get the book. We have some of the information on our website right now, the Todd and Don Show page at 590klbj.com. We need to take a quick break. Can you stay with us?
Sure, I sure can.
We want to find out, basically what you're saying is we Earthlings should not be afraid of an alien encounter. They're not all alien abductions are not always negative.
Right. As a matter of fact,
hang on a second. Hang on. Let's get into that after the break, okay?
Okay, sure.
And the aliens are liberals.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we don't know that.
Well,
we don't know.
kind of pointing to that, isn't it?
We don't know if they're Democrat or Republican.
I'm open to the thought of it.
I personally think they're much smarter. They don't think that way. They think right and wrong. They all agree on doing the right things for themselves.
They're whining liberals.
836, hang on a second, Doctor. 836-0590. Toll free 877-590-5525. This is the Todd and Don Show on KLBJ.